Hey y'all, Alyse Nicole here of Just Things with Alyse, and today I am bringing you a review. Today I am going to be reviewing a Hello Fresh box that I actually got from the grocery store, and we're going to be making peppercorn steak. I did not know, other people may have known this already. Apparently it's been out since like June of 2018. But I was unaware that you could buy HelloFresh boxes from the grocery store. But this is what it looks like. I already threw away the little display cardboard that was wrapped around it. If I can find a picture of it, I will insert it here. But other than that, I will just show you what it looks like. So it's just this clear plastic box. It comes with all the ingredients in it. It had meat in it too, but I took that out when I got home from the grocery store and put it in the freezer because I bought this, I don't know, about a week ago, I think. About a week ago. Anyway, I bought this about a week ago when I went grocery shopping. So I put the meat in the freezer and the produce in the fridge. Regular grocery protocol. And then it comes with this little recipe, if you can see that. And it tells you how to cook your meal. And it comes with everything you need, even the seasoning, everything. And I was like, yes please. Make my grocery shopping even easier and knock out me trying to figure out what we were going to eat for Valentine's Day. Spoiler alert. This is our Valentine's Day meal. I'm cooking this on Valentine's Day. This is my Valentine's Day outfit. Check me out. I love this. My sister or my niece got me this sweater for Christmas. Thank you. I can't remember who, I'm sorry. But I love this sweater. I love it. I love the color. I love the style. I love the little lacing down the back. I love it. They know I love sweaters and comfort and cuteness and girliness, so they know exactly what to get me all the time for gifts. Anyway, let's get back to this video. Please stop distracting me. So, we're just gonna get right into it and start cooking. So, did I mention that this was also a cook with me video? Because it is. So, the first thing you're going to do is just get the little potatoes and make sure that you wash everything off first before you use it. And you would just cut the potatoes up into halves. And it said if they are too big, then to cut it into quarters also. But these are all pretty small, so I just cut them in half. And we can just speed through this part. Nothing to see here. Now you're going to place the cut potatoes into a pot and put enough water in it just to cover the potatoes. And we're going to boil those for 12 to 15 minutes until they can be poked easily with a knife. Now take your shallots, cut them in half, peel them, and mince them until you have 3 tablespoons worth. Heads up, if you haven't used shallots before, if you cannot take the smell of onions, you most definitely cannot take the smell of shallots. we're just going to set the shallots to the side for a minute and get the peppercorns that came in the box, in the kit, and place them into this Ziploc bag. And we are going to crush them, allegedly. You can either use a rolling pin or a heavy bottom pan. I only had a heavy bottom pan on hand, so that's what I'm going to be using. And you will see how that goes. So yeah, a real life workout. And so now we're about to get the broccoli prepared to put in the oven. And for the broccoli, you're just going to put it on a thin pan or flat sheet pan, whatever it's called. And you're going to drizzle it with oil and some salt and pepper or whatever seasoning you prefer. I ended up using pink Himalayan salt and pepper because I don't really use salt for real when I cook. And so you're going to see me putting the stuff on, and then we're going to put it in the oven until crisp, which is about 15 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes now, so I'm just taking the potatoes off of the fire and turning that off, and then I'm going to drain the water off, but save half a cup of the water, and you put that to the side to use for later. And so once you do that, you stop being blocked by my back. And then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter into the potatoes and just let that sit for a little bit. You're supposed to, at this point, mash the potatoes with either a potato masher or a fork. I tried using my little serving fork that I had at first. That didn't work. So I decided to go to just a regular fork. That didn't work. And I don't have a potato masher. I think I just wasn't strong enough, to be honest with you. But I could not get these to mash. So we're going to go a different route with the potatoes now and move on to the next part of the recipe. So now we're getting the pan ready for the steaks. And you just drizzle however much oil you want into the pan. I decided to use olive oil. Now I'm attempting to mash the potatoes again. It's still not working out. Now I'm showing you my fail. And I'm going to go a different route with it. So I decided to add some thyme into the potatoes. And I believe I added some Tony's Creole seasoning. Let's see. Yep. Added the Tony Creole seasoning in there too. That was supposed to be in frame. My bad. And just added a nice amount since it did have some water in it still a little bit. And putting the fire back on. And then I'm going to also add that half a cup of the preserved water that we were supposed to have. And I just put that back in there to hopefully try to make it boil a little bit better. So now it's time to take out the broccoli and put on the steaks. And so the heat is on medium-high heat under that skillet. And you're supposed to let them cook 3 to 7 minutes on each side, depending on how well you want them done. And I cooked them on 3 minutes for one side and 4 minutes on the other side. Oh, and also just season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. I don't think I even put pepper on it. I just put a little bit of salt on each side. That's really all you need with steaks. Alright, and so now that the broccoli beeped about 5 to 10 minutes ago, I finally remembered to take it out of the oven. Luckily it didn't burn. And now I'm just adding some more olive oil into the skillet. It's still on medium high. And I'm going to add some of those peppercorns, only a 1/4 tablespoon of them. And then the 3 tablespoons of shallots that we cut up earlier. And all you want to do is just let those brown, let them soften a little bit, only about 2 to 3 minutes. So now that it's set for a little while and it browned up, we're adding a 1/2 cup of water. And then we're going to add this beef stock concentrate that came with the kit. And you want to make sure you get all of it in there. You see I'm working hard. Squeezing every last drop out of there. And you're just going to mix that all together and cook and keep scraping up the bottom to make sure you got up all the little brown bits in the pan. And you're going to do that for only about 2 to 3 minutes too. So after 2 to 3 minutes, you're going to take the skillet off of the heat. And I'm just moving the potatoes out of the way, putting the skillet on that eye to make sure that it's not still getting heated up. And then I'm going to add some sour cream that came in the pack. I'll show you that in a second. And we're also going to add some salt and black peppercorn. And just like with the beef stock, you're going to want to make sure that you get every last drop out of the package. You don't want to waste your money and you don't want to waste your product. But after you finish this step, mixing this all together, that is the last step of cooking. Now we get to taste it and see what this thing is about. Well, had to stop dinner right quick because it was time to pick my husband up from work. It was only supposed to be a 30-minute meal, and it was going good up until I don't really know what made it last more than 30 minutes, but it did. Had it timed out perfectly. That didn't go according to plan, so it's basically done though. I just have to prep the food now. Well, not prep, but like make the plates. I finished the actual cooking part before I came, though I was late still. My husband gets off at 5:30 and it's 5:48 now, and I'm about maybe like 2 or 3 blocks away from his job, so not too terrible. But when you have a stressful work environment and job in itself, you want to get out of there right on time. So I'm trying to hurry up and get to my baby now. This is how I want us to start off our Valentine's Day festivities, you know. But see y'all back in the kitchen. Well, here's the final results. Get my shadow out the way. There's the beef. And the supposed to be mashed potatoes that I couldn't mash. And the roasted broccoli. Let's see how it tastes. Final verdict, approved. I was too full. That's the only reason I still have food left on my plate. As you see, my husband was able to finish all of his, and we both had one chocolate covered strawberry each. That's all we can handle. These are from Cheryl Jones of Austin, Texas. If you are in the Austin area, definitely check out Cheryl Jones. Her entire family runs a catering company, and they are the bomb. If I can find her information, I'll leave that down in the description box. But other than that, I'm going to call this a success. Happy Valentine's Day, even though you won't see this until after Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.